What are the top countries around the world for citizenship by investment? I did St. Kitts citizenship by investment a couple of years ago. I saw it as the best option. Now it is the most expensive option. And with the EU looking to push citizenship by investment countries to either raise prices, raise requirements, or lose access to the Schengen area, currently, if I had to choose right now a citizenship by investment program, these would be my top 3 picks. The first one, out of the left field, maybe you think I'm stupid, but my favorite citizenship by investment program right now is Turkey. Many reasons. I'm going to state them now. Turkey obviously doesn't have access to the Schengen area. Obviously, it's a country that everybody thinks is just kebabs and poor people. Turkey has access to almost all of the world except the Schengen area. And if we take into account that the Caribbean citizenship by investment programs are going to lose access to the Schengen area and the EU is pushing towards losing that access, that makes Turkey one of the best options. You don't lose any money, you just invest it into real estate. The prices will go up in the future. It is a giant country that you can also call home, and you have access to pretty much anything you want. You even have access to Mexico and Japan, which you don't with Caribbean citizenship by investment. You also have access to Thailand, 90 days. You have an e-visa for Russia if you want to visit Russia. So definitely one of the best passports out there that does not include the West. Now, on top of all of this, you can get a European golden visa in Portugal, Greece, Spain, Latvia, whichever one you want to choose, to add on that access to the Schengen area. So you can be a Turkish citizen with access to the Schengen area through a golden visa, and then later on work towards European citizenship or any other citizenship around the world. So this, in my opinion, is the best program right now. If you have at least $400,000 to invest, you don't mind investing in a property to later on sell that property after a couple of years for a much higher price. Now, my second favorite program, which I would have chosen instead of choosing St. Kitts and Nevis, and that is Antigua and Barbuda. Analyzing all Caribbean citizenship by investment programs. We just want a second nationality. We want access to the Schengen area. Which ones are the ones that are going to lose the access first? Which ones are the ones that are going to lose access to a lot of countries? For example, the UK and Ireland first. That's going to be Dominica. Dominica already lost access to the UK and Ireland. They might lose access to the Schengen area first. Then the dominoes will start falling. In my personal opinion, maybe I'm extremely wrong, but Antigua will hold that access a little bit longer than the other options. And Antigua has a very solid access. All of Europe, all of Eastern Europe as well. You got Serbia, you got Albania if you want to visit that region. You got Russia. You also have Africa. If you want to go to the safaris, you can go to South Africa. You have pretty much all of Africa, all the countries in Africa that you would want to visit, as well as pretty much all of Asia and most of Latin America, with the exception of Argentina. An Argentinian visa is not that hard to obtain, so you pretty much have access to the most popular countries to go to around the world. For $130,000, for also being pretty off the radar, I think this is one of the best options. On top of all of this, Antigua and Barbuda is also tax-free. So if you had to live in the country that you choose as your citizenship country, you wouldn't be paying taxes if you live in Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda also has a huge yachting scene and a good high net worth individual community that you can use to network, spend a beautiful winter, and overall meet great friends in the Caribbean. And the last country that I would choose for citizenship by investment, in this particular scenario, I'm not too price sensitive. I'm not determining if I'm gonna pay $100,000 or $150,000. Obviously, $250,000 versus $130,000 is a big jump. But if I were to just be price sensitive, I want the cheapest thing, I would go for St. Lucia. But if I'm not, I would go for Grenada.
Really important news from all of these citizenship by investment countries. On June 30th, 2024, there will be a price floor of $200,000 US. All the countries signed a memorandum of understanding except St. Lucia, so Antigua, St. Kitts, Dominica, Grenada, all signed that the lowest amount to get citizenship in these countries is going to be $200,000. They will also tackle discounted rates. They will also tackle real estate programs because they're extremely popular. You can buy some real estate for $80,000 and then get citizenship. They want to tackle that. They want to make that go away, as well as donations, and any type of investment has to be minimum $200,000. St. Lucia did not sign, so for now it is $100,000, but I think they will be pressured to raise it all the way to $200,000. So if you want to get one of these programs, make sure you do it before June 30th so you don't have to pay almost double of the current price.
Grenada is one of the best ones to include family and also to include future children. If you want to have children in the future, maybe you're young like me, you want to have children in 2, 3, 10 years, whatever that is, and you want to pass on your citizenship by investment easily, Grenada would be one of the easiest ones. You also have the E2 access to the United States, just like with Turkey, but you actually need to live in Grenada for at least 3 years. The same with Turkey. You need to live in Turkey for at least 3 years if you want that access to the US, and you have a solid access around the world. You have the Schengen area, you have UK, you have Russia, you have China, you have pretty much all of Asia, a good access to Africa, as well as access to Latin America. So if we're looking at access around the world, not just to the West, not just to the Schengen area, Grenada pretty much provides any country that you want to go to outside of South Africa, Thailand, or Japan. As I said with Antigua, if you have to live in your citizenship island or country, Grenada is also outside of the hurricane belt. And historically, it's been less affected by hurricanes than all the other islands. So if you were to go through a hurricane and you were in Grenada, you have a much higher chance of survival, of nothing happening to your house, than you would be in Antigua or St. Kitts or any other island. My investment choice in Grenada would be $150,000 to the Grenada National Transformation Fund. If you want to get a second passport, a second citizenship in as little as 3 months, definitely check out this video right here on the 12 fastest countries around the world for citizenship by investment and all the options you have available to you. Check them out right here.